Hi, it's Olivier Rousteing, and this is how I live with style. I think I bought this house around 10 years ago. It's been 8 years that I'm living here. Before, it was an old factory, and after it came almost like a spa, half of a spa, I would say. I felt completely in love. I knew I could do so many things, so I rebuilt almost the entire house. I really wanted to bring my style, my vision. The furnitures, I wanted to bring all the marble that I'm obsessed with. If you come with me, you will see this incredible lamp that I think represents completely who I am. I mean, you know me for Balmain, so I love the gold. I love the strength. The lamp I found in Marché Saint-Ouen in Paris. It's a lamp that comes from the beginning of the century. It's a beautiful, beautiful execution, as you can see. You can see the stone of the amethyst that is in the wings. You know, it's really important because when you get in a house, I want to have a beautiful spirit and energy. And amethyst as a stone brings that really peaceful and serenity energy in the house. And when I want people to come in my house, I want that they feel really peaceful and calm. This house is 1,000 square meters in the middle of Paris. It's really private, it's really calm, as I told you. Should we head upstairs and take a look of the house? Come and follow me. On my way to upstairs, you would see, actually it's my portrait. I know it feels a bit megalomaniac, but it's not. It was an important photo shoot at the beginning of my career, and I wanted to celebrate the beginning of my journey at Balmain. So this is a picture that was my profile. I mean, it was, I think, maybe 10 years ago. Sometimes, you know, in life, we always forget the beginning. And for me, it's always important to remember where I come from and how the journey started. You will see this painting. I was with my friend, Michael. Michael is one of my best friends. He was my first assistant at Balmain, where Balmain was maybe like 15 people. At the beginning of my career, I was like going all around Paris and trying to always find unique and special pieces. So basically, I went with him and we found this incredible piece. I loved the mix of history mixed with modernity. In my house, you will see something really modern, the marble, like really futuristic in somehow, but you will see as well the clash with history and past. And this is something that I really love, that kind of tension of two worlds that connect. This palm tree feels like really south of France. It could feel a bit LA, a bit Marrakesh. So I love that kind of feeling and I love bringing that energy in my house. All my friends say, you're crazy, Olivier. You're in the middle of Paris and you want a huge palm tree. I'm like, I have 1,000 square meters. Let's make it happen. I think there was like 25 guys came. There was a huge crane. After they realized the window was too small, we had to break a bit the door because the door was too small as well. But we made it happen. And the good news with this palm tree is that it was big when I got it, but actually it's even way bigger now, which at one point I don't know if the house is too small. There is only one question: should I change my space because the palm tree is growing? And here you arrive to the last floor of my house. Really important, we should stop here for a couple of reasons, because I have really incredible pictures that I want to talk about. As I told you before, I love my Balmain memories. One of the first pictures, Iman, Naomi, and Rihanna. It was shot with Edward Henningfull, I think in 2000, I would say 13 or 14. The photographer was Emma Summerton. We had a really great time. It was, I think, after the Met Gala, one of my first Met Gala, I have to say. And as you can imagine, it was really difficult to have all the three incredible girls together. They are my friends. They have been, from the beginning, a big support. You will see as well Naomi, shot by Stephen Klein. As a kid, I remember like the top model era, and that was something that made me dream about fashion. It was something that I remember when I was a kid and I was reading all those magazines. So the time that I had this idea, I called Stephen Klein and I was like, can we do like a photo shoot with the three top models? And that day was really emotional because seeing the three women together, that was something really special that I would never ever believe it would happen in my career. You know, I was like, it was a dream of a 12-year-old kid. And growing up as a kid, there's an icon that I love that inspired me so much in my fashion. It's Karl Lagerfeld. I got my first Chanel purse 10 years ago, and I remember the first one was a Chanel No. 5, made for a bag. The last thing that I remember from this bag is that I brought it to go to New York, and I remember like At the airport, they stopped me because they were like, we told you you cannot have a fragrance in your bag. And I was like, this is not a fragrance, this is a Chanel bag. Welcome to my living room. This is the space that I'm spending the most time in because, as you can see, it's really peaceful. I sketch all my couches. You know, the problem of a couch is how you place the couch. You need to always make sure that people can face each other without feel embarrassing, you know? So I really try to create that kind of space where people can just feel relaxed. Actually, the couch took really long because they're made of velvet, and this is the velvet that I'm using for my ready-to-wear because I'm really picky on velvet and on black. The color, as you can see, there's a lot of black around me. I'm really picky on the color and the texture. As well, you can see all my pillows as well, sometimes are quilted with studs, but they can be leather. They're as well in velvet. I basically wear black every day. So sometimes it feels like I'm in a camouflage right now. For me, black is obviously, is more than a color, I would say, is a lifestyle. I wanted to have a beautiful table made of mirror because if you see, the ceiling is in glass. So basically when you have the blue sky, it completely reflects on the table. You will see a lot of objects from Baccarat, from beginning of the century. I love the kind of contrast between mirror and glass. You know, I come from Bordeaux, the south of France. My parents, when they come here, whatever for Christmas or for a birthday party or whatever, they always bring me a beautiful red wine, what we call a great millésime, so I'm using them when my parents come usually. If not, you will see as well this beautiful egg made as well of mirror from Christophe. This was a present from Kris Jenner a couple of years ago for my birthday. By the way, I love Kris. I have to say, I love hosting, but at the same time, I love so much my privacy. So it's a bit, I would say, a paradox. I really usually invite people that I'm really close to because my house is so private and it feels like when people discover my house, they know more about me. But I'm really careful to make sure that not everybody knows me and know who I am. There is a really good atmosphere, and if I stay in silence for 1 second, you're in the middle of Paris and there is no noise, and this is something that I really appreciate. I told you I love my table, but what I love about my table as well is all the objects around. One of my favorites is this backgammon. So this is a game that I learned to play with my best friend. She's from Iran. She's called Tala, and she brought me a couple of years ago this game, and it's like made in Tehran. Always go every summer together, so we play. If you don't know this game, you should definitely learn because it's amazing. This is basically all my summer with my best friend. Ashtray, my God, this ashtray. I mean, the bad thing is that I'm a smoker. The good thing is that I love beautiful ashtrays. I got this from Hermes. I have to say I'm spending a lot of incredible time at Hermes. My bank account is not really happy with it, but I mean, I am, so it's perfect. And one of the most incredible things that I have in my house, I know it's gonna sound stupid, but I tell you, it's actually my pen. Because I love sketching during the weekend. So I think it's really important for me when I go back home, I just feel sometimes more creative. And what I love about my pen is that there's two tips. One is thicker, one is smaller. And I can definitely sketch the way that I want, and I love that. I think the last time that we sketched, I was sketching, it was with Maluma actually, and we started sketching together, actually seated here around next to the fireplace. So I love inviting people at my place and actually sketch with me sometime. So when I arrived here, the house was obviously empty. So the first thing that I did was filling it with marble. Marble everywhere, my passion. I always loved marble since I'm a kid. You know, I had this obsession when I was like 6, 7 years old, you know. I was just like obsessed with castle, the fabulousness of Versailles, you know. Something about strength and in somehow power, and really this sense of rare and luxury. I remember I was telling to my parents, I want more marble in the house. And my parents absolutely have not the same taste than I have. The first time that they came here, they were like, we got you, like when you were a kid and you wanted to have marble around the house. Now, I mean, you made it, your dream happen, you know? So through those doors, you're gonna discover my bedroom. It's really minimal and really simple. What I love the most is my bed, which I sketched with my architect. A bit Japanese inspiration, because I really believe, like the fact that the bed is not too high and the mattress is obviously really, really important. It's made of a really dark chocolate suede. I love my bed a lot. I think it's one of my favorite space in my house as well. What I love as well about my bathroom is my bathtub. I usually at night come back home pretty late. The thing that I love the most is actually a warm bath. That's what I do with my masks. You will see as well some glass in the wall. And when I bought the house, actually the owner told me that it was like a vitrail that belonged to Jimi Hendrix. And to tell you a story that no one knows, after the third visit of this house before buying it, I met the daughter of the owner. And she told me one thing, it was on a Sunday morning. She told me, I was dying to meet you. I had a dream and I would love to share with you. I was like, what is your dream? And she told me, I would love to do a documentary on you. And so this documentary is called Wonder Boy, it's on Netflix. And that's how I built the story. She was the directress of my documentary. So when she was coming here and filming me, it was funny because it was her ex-house in somehow, So it's, I really believe in energy and spirit of a house. And I have to say that the first thing that made me love this house is that I could feel there is a great soul and a great energy here. What I love the most about my kitchen is this table. As you can see, it's like a long, long table that is floating in the air. If you look at the bottom of the table, you will see that it's like made of glass as well, so it feels like the wood is flying. If you look around, there is many things that I love about my kitchen that for me is really special. Like that butcher block that is from south of France, the sink coming from south of Italy. I love the spirit of this kitchen because as you have seen through all my house, there is obviously a lot of objects and it's really cold sometimes because there's a lot of marble. But here, there is something that feels really warm because it's a lot of wood that you won't find in the house. If you ask me if I know how to cook, I would love to tell you yes, but unfortunately not. But I love trying and I love watching people telling me that I do something great when I just cook an egg. This is the best that I can do. But what I know to do really well is my morning routine, juices made of carrots, apple, ginger, and some blueberries. I love the switches, they are really old as well, and as you can see, there is a lot of fans on the ceiling, but I have to say, I'm really scared to turn them on because I'm scared that they fall. That's the thing. But they're really beautiful. I mean, actually, there are many beautiful things that I'm scared of, but I mean, this is the most important. I'm working fashion, so whatever it is, fashion is passion, architecture is beautiful. I have one last surprise for you. We're gonna go downstairs. And here we are in my secret garden, mon jardin secret, the pool. Unboxing, as you can see behind me, like unboxing with my personal trainer every morning. You will see as well there's a little salon where it's all white and really calm, where we can have some drinks. And usually on Sunday, I'm sitting in my couch and read books and just having my cup of tea here and doing my kind of spa session on Sunday. And sometimes it's not so relaxed because I know that I have done really great parties here. Sometimes my after shows come here with all my friends, my teams, and I would say that it's half-half. Sometimes a lot of silence, sometimes a lot of noise. One of my favorite parties I've done here was after my menswear show, and we came with all my team and all our friends, celebrities, models. Everybody was around the house and we all end up throwing each other in the pool until that so many people jump in the pool that my heating system got killed, literally. But this is okay, until that we have fun, this is the most important. And again, a great spirit, great energy. And I have to tell you something, when I come to my pool, I can change the lights. I'm a bit crazy. Sometimes I like to have my pool blue, sometimes I like to have my pool yellow, red, pink, purple. So this is a bit the trick every morning, and I can obviously not decide. So I spend maybe at least 2 minutes to decide. Hope you enjoyed this little tour in my house. It's, as I told you, it's my secret garden, but I'm super excited for you to discover all my little secrets here. It's a peaceful house, and that's how I start actually to create and having more creativity when I go to my office. So please don't forget to subscribe, Sunday Time Style YouTube channel.